Welcome to the Apple Daily News. This podcast is created by Generative AI. Today is June 20th, 2024, and we have a lot to cover in the world of Apple technology. Links to all stories can be found in the episode notes. First up, the European Commission has raised concerns about Apple's compliance with the Digital Markets Act, or DMA. Despite Apple's recent changes to the App Store in the EU, including reduced developer commissions and the introduction of app marketplaces with iOS 17.4, the EU believes Apple still falls short. The main issue is that Apple isn't allowing app developers to direct users to offers outside the App Store without incurring fees. Margrethe Vestager, the EU's competition chief, has stated that Apple's proposed changes are insufficient and the EU is prioritizing enforcement of the law. Apple could face fines up to 5% of its average daily turnover, roughly $1 billion. Apple, however, remains confident that its new rules comply with the DMA. Interestingly, Apple is also facing similar antitrust challenges in Japan. In other news, Apple has introduced Apple Intelligence at its Worldwide Developers Conference, marking a new era in technology. Unlike Google and Microsoft, Apple is taking a more cautious approach with its AI model on iPhone hardware. The model has 3 billion parameters, a stark contrast to OpenAI's GPT-4, which boasts over 1.5 trillion parameters. Users can outsource more complex tasks to ChatGPT via the cloud. Reactions to Apple Intelligence have been mixed. Some praise its limited scope and partnership with OpenAI, while others worry about the implications of AI in personal lives. The AI tools aim to rewrite emails, summarize texts, and prioritize notifications, essentially acting as a secondary brain. Despite promises of data protection, generative AI remains prone to errors and misunderstandings, raising questions about privacy and control over human communication. Continuing with AI, Apple is introducing a new personalized AI experience called Apple Intelligence with iOS 18, iPadOS 18, and macOS Sequoia. This feature uses on-device large language models to enhance user experience across iPhone, iPad, and Mac. However, it requires the latest iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max models, along with Macs and iPads with M1 or later chips. Apple explained that the new AI features are computationally expensive and need specific hardware capabilities like the A17 Pro chip and at least 8 GB of RAM. Older iPhones will still enjoy other new features in iOS 18. Apple emphasized that this decision was not a scheme to sell new iPhones, but a necessity due to hardware requirements. Users without the latest iPhone models can look forward to the iPhone 16 series, expected to launch alongside iOS 18 in the fall. At WWDC 2024, Apple made a significant announcement with the introduction of Apple Intelligence, an OS-level agents platform that combines generative models with user context while maintaining strict privacy standards. This upgrade to Siri includes on-device models, server models, an orchestrator, semantic index, and an app intents toolbox. The system allows for retrieval-augmented generation across user data, ensuring tasks are performed with minimal latency. Apple's private cloud compute ensures AI tasks are executed in the cloud without storing user data, enhancing privacy and security. The integration with OpenAI's ChatGPT allows Siri to handle questions related to world knowledge. Apple Intelligence aims to simplify everyday interactions and enhance user experience while prioritizing privacy and ease of use. The system is currently available on Apple 15 Pro and newer devices, potentially impacting iPhone replacement cycles. Switching gears, let's talk about a fascinating initiative in the UK. Apple detectives are using DNA analysis to rediscover lost apple varieties. These detectives take samples from old apple trees to identify antique varieties and make surprising discoveries. Recently, a lost apple variety called Unknown Founder 8 was identified from a tree in Gloucestershire. Apple enthusiasts like John Tyser are excited about bringing British apples into the DNA age to preserve and identify them. They are also searching for other lost varieties like Forest Steyr and Oaken Pin. Charles Martell, a Gloucester cheesemaker, has been reviving lost apples, including Unknown Founder 8, which was revealed to be Lemon Roy. The detectives are eagerly awaiting DNA results from old orchards to uncover more lost varieties like the Kempley Red. This effort to preserve heritage apple varieties is crucial, as they are adapted to specific conditions and a part of British agricultural history. In legal news, the long-standing battle between Apple and Qualcomm has finally been resolved. Qualcomm has agreed to pay $75 million to shareholders who accuse the chipmaker of fraudulent practices. The dispute between Apple and Qualcomm stemmed from disagreements over licensing fees and alleged anti-competitive behavior. Apple had initially sued Qualcomm for its business practices, but the case was settled when Apple lost its alternative supplier, Intel. Qualcomm shareholders also sued the company, claiming they were misled about its practices, resulting in an overvaluation of the company. As part of the settlement, Qualcomm did not admit any wrongdoing. This marks the end of a contentious chapter in the tech industry involving two major players. In another development, Apple has reportedly decided to abandon the development of the more powerful Vision Pro 2 headset and instead focus on releasing a cheaper model. The decision comes after rumors of Apple planning to launch two headsets, one being a more advanced version and the other a more affordable variant. The new affordable Vision headset is expected to be released before the end of 2025, with fewer features, but still maintaining high-resolution displays. The device will be lighter and cheaper than the original Vision Pro, with prices ranging from $1,500 to $2,500. Despite this shift, Apple is still committed to the Vision Pro and recently announced the upcoming launch of visionOS 2.0 and expansion into new markets. In the broader tech landscape, Nvidia has become the most valuable company in the world, surpassing Apple and Microsoft, with a total stock value of around $3.3 trillion due to the increasing demand for AI chips. Google has launched the Gemini app in India, offering features like text, voice, and image queries in 9 Indian languages. Former Snapchat engineer Vu Tran has introduced Butterflies AI, a social media platform combining AI personas with humans. Software automation startup San Francisco AI Factory Inc. raised $15 million from investors like Sequoia to streamline coding tasks using AI systems called droids. Snapchat showcased on-device image diffusion models for AI at the Augmented World Expo, planning to release them by the end of the year. Apple Developer Academy has added an AI curriculum for students and alumni to learn machine learning models across Apple devices. Mistral AI raised $640 million at a $6 billion valuation, focusing on launching foundational models under open source and proprietary licenses. Microsoft has disabled the recall feature for cybersecurity after concerns were raised about potential hacking risks associated with the feature's ability to extract sensitive information. Lastly, Apple's new AI features were unveiled recently, highlighting a partnership with OpenAI to bring ChatGPT to millions of iPhones. However, behind the scenes, Apple had been collaborating with Google for months, allowing Apple access to Google's data centers to train its new AI models. Apple requested additional access to Google's tensor processing units, TPUs, for training, causing a scramble within Google to meet Apple's needs on time. This partnership between Apple and Google showcases Apple's reliance on competitors like Google, Microsoft, and Amazon for cloud services and AI training capabilities. Apple's technical documentation hints at the collaboration with Google, mentioning the use of TPUs and GPUs for training AI models. Apple's new AI features will offload intensive tasks to special data centers running Apple-designed silicon. In the evolving landscape of AI competition, tech companies are forming unexpected partnerships to leverage cloud computing resources and advanced AI capabilities. For instance, Apple's deal with OpenAI will provide users with a more advanced chatbot, ChatGPT. The AI wars are pushing companies like Apple to collaborate with both partners and competitors to stay competitive in the AI race. Apple's openness to partnering with various AI providers was emphasized by Apple executive Craig Federighi, who mentioned Google Gemini as a potential future model choice for users. This willingness to collaborate with different AI partners reflects Apple's strategy to offer cutting-edge AI features to its users. That's all for today's episode of the Apple Daily News. We hope you found these updates insightful and engaging. Don't forget to check the episode notes for links to all the stories we covered. Join us again tomorrow for more Apple news and updates. Stay tuned and stay informed.